Hello, welcome back. I'm Lori Williams, and today is the third and final part of my three-part series. And today I'm going to be talking to you about how to begin to help yourself spiritually. So, like I said, this is the third and final part of a three-part series where I help you to begin the process of learning how to help yourself mentally, emotionally, and now spiritually. So, let's get into it. First and foremost, there's a few different things that you can do, and I'm going to give you a few different options. Not that you necessarily have to do them all, but some things that might resonate with for some people may not resonate for other people. So I like to give a few different options as to what you can do to begin to help yourself spiritually in order to hopefully be able to help the majority of people. So, the very first and foremost thing that you could do, the most profound thing that you will ever do for yourself, is to heal yourself of your past traumas. That is the greatest thing that you can do for yourself spiritually because the truth of it is, until you heal yourself of your past traumas, you're just going to be projecting all of your past traumas onto other people. Typically, the people that get the brunt of that are people that didn't even have anything to do with the creation of the trauma. So, I mean, it's obviously, as our society, we all show up this way unless we have done the work to heal ourselves, where we're constantly projecting our own wounds onto other people. And it's not necessarily fair when it happens to you, and it's not necessarily fair to other people when you do it to them either. We can show up as our true and authentic self, our soul expression, because we are here, we are a spiritual being having a human experience, not the other way around. So we are a soul being first. Now we come into this world, we are taught who we need to be based on our upbringing, our culture, religion, schooling, society, everything teaches us who we have to be, how we have to behave. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean, a lot of that is for our own safety and the general safety of the public. But when you are connected to the soul aspect of who you are, you don't really need for all of those things because your soul aspect is nothing but love and joy and happiness. So if you can begin to come from a place and everything that you say and do from a place of love, joy, and happiness, you can see how our society would be greatly different. Now, I mean, can you change all of society? Absolutely not. So this is just your way of focusing on what you can do for yourself. Another thing that you could do is to sit in quiet contemplation, to quiet your mind, to quiet your emotions. Focus your thoughts on something that makes you feel good, makes you feel loved. It's going to feel forced at first because it is. This is not something that we as human beings tend to gravitate towards. We have over 60,000 thoughts in a day. Those typically become an emotional attachment. A lot of them do anyway, and they stick with us. Most of those, like 80% of those thoughts are negative thoughts. And we hold on to those negative thoughts as our truth. So when we're sitting in quiet contemplation, a lot of the times that feels like a free for all for our thoughts and emotions to just go haywire. So if there's a thought that's coming in, don't spend too much time on it. It's like, do I need to think about this right now? Or even your emotions. Do I need to feel this right now? If the answer is no, then just let it go. Bring yourself back to what you're focusing on, what you're planned focusing on, that's something that brings you love, joy, or happiness, and you keep your focus on that. Do this for a minimum of 20 minutes a day. You will feel a huge shift in your stress levels, like night and day. So the next thing is meditation. Meditation is basically like quiet contemplation, except it's a little bit more in depth. So a lot of people have come to me over the years and said, "Hey, Lori, I struggle with meditating. I can't meditate." And there's two main reasons why people struggle with meditation. First of all, they think that they have to stop their thoughts. That is absolutely not what you do. It's if meditation is not about stopping your thoughts, it's about having focused thoughts. So when I meditate, I use my breath, the breath in and breath out, and I focus on that. And anytime a thought or emotion comes in, if I don't need to think about this right now, don't need to feel this right now, I'm asking myself that same question, like, do I need to feel this? Do I need to think about this right now? The answer is no. I bring my thoughts back to my focus back to my breath, the breath in, breath out, and then next thing you know, that emotion and that thought go away. There is no The second part of it is that a lot of people think that they have to be perfect with it. Even people that meditate like hours and hours and hours a day, like yogis that just they spend their entire lives dedicated to like doing meditations and hours a day of meditating, they still call it meditation a practice. There is no such thing as a meditation master. That doesn't exist. So don't expect yourself to be perfect with it. Keep in mind that a really, really horrible 5 minute meditation is way better than no meditation. So even if it doesn't seem to be going well, keep sticking with it, keep trying it. And it really helps for me anyway. I notice it really helps to quiet my mind, quiet my emotions, but also allows me to be able to have more ability to think about the things I want to think about and feel the things that I want to feel throughout my day rather than being like a product of my circumstances. That's what meditation helps me with, like tenfold. The other thing that you could do is being out in nature. Being out in nature is so good for us spiritually, us as human beings. Whether you're near the water, whether you're going for a hike, or even just a walk out in nature, it's like a giant reset button for us human beings. We are nature. Everything about us is aligned with nature. The cellular structure of us mimics the cellular structure of the water, of the plants, of the earth. So when you're looking at it from that perspective, it makes sense as to why being out in nature is such a giant like stress relief for us, and it allows you to grow mentally, emotionally, and then spiritually as well too. So there's just so much healing out in nature. So those are the main things, the most profound things that you could do starting today to help yourself spiritually. Thank you so much for joining me for this series. I'll see you back here next time.